5 and welcome to Thursday's maths lesson with me, Miss Medlicott. In today's lesson we are going to be comparing and ordering fractions less than 1. Our learning objectives are to use knowledge of multiples to compare fractions, to find a common denominator or common numerator, and to use the bar model to compare and order fractions below 1. So, Flashback 4 for today's session. In the first question, you're asked to complete the equivalent fraction. Remember that equivalent means, good, it's the same amount. So a fraction which is of the same value, however it's represented differently. Question 2, write the first 7 multiples of 7. Question 3, write the first 7 multiples of 4. And question 4, what is the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7? Remember that the word common would mean something that is shared. So if we're looking at what you have in common with your friend, for example, looking at shared interests, what do you both like or what do you both do? Similarly, in maths, when we say about the lowest common multiple of, in this case, 4 and 7, we're looking for a number that is shared in both across both times tables, okay? So, pause the video now to complete your task. And on the screen are your answers. Very well done if you got these correct. So for question 1, we have to look at the denominators to work out what the missing numerator would be. So 5 multiplied by 4 gives us an answer of 20. Whatever we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. So 2 times by 4 is 8. The first 7 multiples of 7, they are on your screen now. Question 3, first 7 multiples of 4, they are on your screen. And then the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7, so the first number that is shared across 7 and 4 is 28. Very well done if you got those correct. Pause the video now to make any corrections you need to. Right, so to compare fractions, we're looking at whether they are greater than, which is this symbol here, less than or equal to. And remember, we have to read the number sentence from left to right, okay? So 3/10, is it greater than, less than or equal to 7/10? We can do this actually by drawing a bar model to represent it. So what I'd like you to do is to pause the video and draw a representation of 3/10 and draw a representation of 7/10 and compare them. Is it smaller, greater, smaller or equal to? Pause the video now to do your task. And here is the answer. Very well done. 3/10 is good. It's smaller than 7/10 and we can clearly see in those bar models that only 3 of the 10 have been shaded here, whereas 7 of the 10 have been shaded there. So the more that's shaded, the greater, so in this case, because the denominators are the same, the greater the numerator, the bigger the fraction. Okay, so for Green Chili Pepper Challenge, these are your fluency questions. So you need to match up the bar model with the correct fraction in question 2A. In 3A, you're doing a similar question to the one we've just done, where you're comparing 2 fractions. Just be aware that the denominators are slightly different, but you use this bar model to help you. Question 4, you can use the models to help you compare these fractions here. Pause the video now to do Green Chili Pepper Challenge if you'd like to. Yellow Chili Pepper Challenge, again, we're using bar models to help us with these comparisons. So just beware that the denominators might be different. So you'll have to think carefully about finding an equivalent in order that your denominators are the same. Okay, so have a look, really careful look here. Use the bar models to help you. If you'd like to do Yellow Chili Pepper Challenge, pause the video now to complete your tasks. If you'd like something a little bit more challenging, we have the Red Chili Pepper Challenge, where you're having to draw your own bar models to compare 2 fractions. And you're also then asked to compare using the symbol and also with words. So if you'd like to have a go at that task, please pause the video now to do so. Very well done, everyone. I'm about to show the answers on the next slide in 3, 2, 1. There we are. So pause the video now to make your corrections, please. Okay, moving swiftly on to the reasoning task. In green chili task, again, we're using bar models to make those comparisons. You need to try and explain Jason's mistake. He's made a mistake. Well, he might have made more than one mistake, in fact. And you've got to try and work out what it is and try to explain the mistake as though you're a teacher explaining to your student. What advice would you give Jason to improve his understanding of fractions? So how would you get him to do the question again? And then at the bottom there for C, it's your chance now to draw your own bar model to compare those fractions. So that links quite nicely on from question B. So if you'd like to do the green chili pepper challenge, pause the video now to do so. Yellow chili pepper challenge, again, bar models are the way to compare and order these fractions. We've got our bar model here to compare, explain the mistakes that Jason has made, and then Pearl has had a go at ordering some fractions from smallest to largest. So the smallest fraction to the largest one. Is she correct? So here you have the opportunity to draw your own bar model in order to compare them. Think the denominators. In order to compare them, we need to find a common multiple. Good. So what would the common multiple be? And think back to what we did in our flashback 4 to help you. Pause the video now if you'd like to have a go at yellow chili pepper challenge. Okay, and then red chili pepper challenge for something a little bit more challenging. You've got a problem here of how many different ways can you correctly fill in the missing numerator. Your fraction needs to be less than 1. Prove your answers are correct either using the bar model or your knowledge of equivalent fractions. Okay, so something is slightly trickier there. Remember to read your number sentence carefully. What does the symbol mean? Think about it. Right, and then in question 2, these fractions have been ordered from the smallest to the largest. What could the missing fraction be? So that's looking at your understanding of numbers in a sequence. Okay, fractions within a sequence. Pause the video now if you'd like to have a go at the red chili pepper challenge. Okay, everyone, I'm going to show the answers to the reasoning tasks in 3, 2, 1. There we are. So answers for green. Pause the video now to make your corrections. Answers for yellow. Pause the video now to make your corrections. And your answers for red. Pause the video now to make your corrections. Fantastic, Year 5. You're working really, really hard today. There's a lot of information to take on, but you're applying those skills that we've been accumulating, so building up over the last few lessons. And we're going on to our problem solving question. Ron makes 3/4 and 3/8 out of cubes. He thinks that 3/8 is equal to 3/4. Do you agree? Explain your answer. So have a little think here. Do you think that Ron has compared these fractions correctly? So pause the video now to have a go. Right, so your answer, hopefully we've understood that you disagree. You can see quite clearly that those are not the same. They are not equal. I disagree with Ron because the two wholes are not equal. He could have compared using numerators or converted 3/4 to 6/8. If he does this, he will see that 3/4 is greater. And hopefully you felt able to use the bar model to compare them. So very well done if you got those correct. Super work today, Year 5, and I'll see you next lesson. Bye.